Hi guys, welcome to Grown Ups Bedtime Story. We're really doing this and we're really excited that this is working out. So join us as we dive into this book for 40 days, loveDare. And I know the last time I said it's for lovers, for couples. Believe me, if you're looking for the fruit of the spirit and you don't know how to get them because you can buy them with money, read this book. It's going to impact you as much as it's going to impact me. So please let's do this together and do not give up. That's the rule of this book. Don't give up. The Love Dare, written by Stephen and Alex Kendrick with Lawrence Kimber. Receive this as a warning. This 40 days journey cannot be taken lightly. It is a challenging and often difficult process, but an incredibly fulfilling one. To take this dare requires a resolute mind and a steadfast determination. It is not meant to be sampled or briefly tested, and those who quit early will forfeit the greatness benefits. If you will commit to a day at a time for 40 days, the result could change your life and your marriage. Consider this a dare from others who have done it before you. Day 1. Love is patient. Be completely humble and gentle. Be patient, bearing with one another in love. Ephesians 4:2. Love works. It is life's purest and most powerful motivator and has far greater depth and meaning than most people realize. It gives courage to a coward, wisdom to a fool. It always does what is best for others and can empower us to face the greatest of problems. Love can motivate a man to put away childish things, provide for his family, and take passionate stand for what he believes in, like crossing an ocean to fight for his country. Love can drive a woman to connect emotionally in relationships, comfort the hurting around her, protect her children, and extend her hands in kindness to those in need. We are born with a lifelong thirst for love. Our heart desperately needs it like our lungs need oxygen. Love changes our motivation for living. Relationship becomes meaningful with it. No marriage is successful without it. Love is built on two pillars that best define what it is. Those pillars are patience and kindness. All other characteristics of love are extension of those two attributes, and that's where your dare will begin with patience. Love inspires you to become a patient person. When you choose to be patient, you respond in a positive way to a negative situation. You are slow to anger. You choose to have a long fuse instead of a quick temper. Rather than being restless and demanding, love helps you settle down and begin extending mercy to those around you. No one likes to be around impatient people. Impatience overreacts in angry, foolish, regrettable way. But the irony of anger towards a wrong is that it spawns new wrong of its own. Anger almost never makes things better. In fact, it usually generates additional problems. It will trample on long-term relationship while reacting to short-term mishaps. But patience stops problems in their tracks. More than biting your lips, more than clasping a hand over your mouth, patience takes a needed deep breath. It clears the air, it stops foolishness from whipping its scorpion tail all over the room. Patience is a choice to control your emotions rather than allowing your emotions to control you. And it shows discretion instead of returning evil for evil. It brings an internal calm to an external storm. If your spouse offends you, do you quickly retaliate or do you stay under control? Do you find that anger is your emotional default when treated unfairly? If so, you are spreading poison rather than medicine. If you were to take off its masks, you would see that anger is often an emotional reaction flowing out of your own ignorance, foolishness, or selfishness. Patience, however, makes us wise. It says, "Help me understand," instead of "How dare you." It doesn't rush to judgments, but put our feelings on pause so that we can fully listen to what the other person is saying. It stands in the doorway where anger is clawing to burst in, but waits to see the whole picture before determining its best response. The Bible says, "He who is slow to anger has greater understanding, but he who is quick tempered exalts folly." As sure as a lack of patience will turn your home into a war zone, the practice of patience will foster peace and quiet. A hot-tempered man stirs up strife, but the slow to anger calms a dispute. Statements like this from the Bible book of Proverbs are clear principles with timeless relevance. Patience is where love meets wisdom, and every marriage needs that combination to stay healthy. Love helps give your spouse permission to be human. It understands that everyone fails daily. So when they make a mistake, it patiently chooses to give them more time than they deserve to correct it. Patience gives you the amazing ability to hold on during the tough times in your relationship rather than building out under the pressure. So test yourself. How long is your fuse? How quickly do you adopt a bad attitude? Are you willing to wait with a smile? Can your spouse count on having a patient wife or husband to deal with? Can she know that locking her keys in the car will be met by your calm understanding rather than a demeaning lecture that makes her feel childish? Can he know that being found watching a football game won't automatically invite a loud-mouthed laundry list of better way he should be spending his time? What would the tone and volume of your home be like if you tried the biblical approach? See that no one repays another evil for evil, but always seek after that which is good for one another. Few of us do patience very well, and none of us does it naturally. But wise men and women will pursue it as an essential ingredient to their marriage relationships. That's a good starting point to demonstrate true love. This love journey is a process, and the first thing you must resolve to do is to demonstrate patience on a daily basis. Think of it as a marathon, not a sprint, but it's a race worth running. Since we should never stop loving, we should never stop showing patience. It should be refreshed in supply every morning as the sun rises. This week's dare says, the first part of this dare is fairly simple. Although love is communicated in a number of ways, our words often reflect the condition of our heart. For the next day, resolve to demonstrate patience and to say nothing negative to your spouse at all. If the temptation arises, choose nothing to say anything. It's better to hold your tongue than to say something you regret. If you listened to the end, I would like to ask you, how do you feel? Were you able to reflect? Did you see yourself in some of the examples? If yes, please do not forget to do the dare for this week because that's the most important part of the dare. Make sure you say nothing instead of saying something you regret. See you on the other side.